Welcome. So we'll start seated and do your best to sit tall. You're welcome to let your eyes close or just relax your gaze. Relax the muscles around the face. And bring your attention to your breath. Let your inhalation be full. And let your exhalation be complete. Really push all the air out. Continue to watch your breath grow deeper. Relax the muscles around the eyes and lips. Unhinge your jaw and soften your tongue. Let the skin on your forehead be smooth. And just take these first few moments to allow the body and mind to settle. Arriving here in this moment. I'm feeling sensation in the body. Feeling your legs touching the ground. I'm feeling your hands on your legs. I'm feeling the air on your skin. And not thinking about the past or the future. I'm working really hard to be right here in this moment, in the present, watching your breath, feeling sensation. I'm going to offer some compassion phrases. You just say it to yourself. May I be held in compassion. May I be free from suffering. May I be at peace. May I be held in compassion. May I be free from suffering. May I be at peace. May I be held in compassion. May I be free from suffering. May I be at peace. And you wish that for yourself. And then you turn and wish that for the entire planet and world. May we all be held in compassion. May we all be free from suffering. May we all be at peace. May we all be held in compassion. May we all be free from suffering. May we all be at peace. And the next time you inhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. And just take this moment to set your intention, to make your offering and your prayer. And it could be those same phrases or anything else. And we'll chant one Om together. So inhale, stretch the arms up to the sky. Nice big breath in. And hands to the heart as you Om. Om. Bow your head to your heart. And release your hands. Make your way to child's pose. Let the knees be a little bit wide. And stretch the arms way out in front and let your forehead land. So if you need to make a pillow with your hands, you can do that, or bring a block under your forehead. And then come onto your fingertips, so you can keep your head down, but lift your armpits up, lift your arm bones up like there's a pokey cactus under your armpit and you don't want to touch it. Or you can think about that same thing like under your fingers, under your hand. So push your fingers down, but lift your arm bones up and walk your hands out even more. Just try to get super long in your whole side body. Keep pulling your hips back towards the heels as you walk your fingers forward. And then inhale to hands and knees. Tuck your toes just so your feet get a little bit of a stretch, and turn your right fingers towards the edge of your mat. And this might be enough for you. Actually, let's do both hands. So turn the fingers towards the edge of your mat so they're just turned out a little bit. But some of you might like to turn your fingers all the way back towards your knees. It's a little bit bigger of a wrist stretch. But either way, just start to play with moving the shoulders around the wrist. So you can do little circles. You can do cat and cow a little bit. Keep your knuckles and fingers pushing down really strong. And try not to lock your elbows. And maybe you go side to side. If your fingers are all the way back, same thing. Try not to lock your elbows. They actually bend towards you a little bit. And I really like to get into the thumb side, where you can kind of explore. And then just a real gentle kind of roll it out one at a time. And place the hand back down, roll it out. And then make your way into downward facing dog. Nice bend in the knees so you can reach the hips super high. Spread the fingers and the toes. Stretch your arms through the floor. Stretch your legs through the floor. And take any wiggles that you need. Pedal the feet. First downward dog of the morning, maybe. Let the hips rock around. Maybe you look under one arm. Just real gentle with your head. Maybe you look under the little head roll. And then walk your hands to your feet. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Just bend the knees until your fingers can touch the floor and let your head dangle. You want to make sure your shin bone is kind of right in the ankle foot. So if you tend to lean back, which I do, you might need to rock forward a little bit. So really don't worry about your knees, but pay attention to this whole shin bone in the ankle. Come halfway up on your inhale. Let the heart smile. Exhale, fold all the way in. And two more. Inhale, nice strong legs. Try not to lock the knees. Open the heart. Exhale, fold over the legs. Make your belly strong. Ground down through the legs. One more. Inhale. Big open heart, shoulders on the back of the heart. Exhale, folding in. And come up to standing, nice strong legs. Stretch the arms up to the sky. Big inhale. And exhale, hands at your heart. Just take a moment to pause, mountain pose, nice strong legs. And then look down at your feet. You're just gonna roll the ankle. So kind of start on the right, little ankle roll. Go both ways. And then the other side, ankle roll. Both ways. And then bend the knees, bring your hands to your thighs. So this is a standing cat and cow. Inhale, open your heart. Feel the sit bones lift and widen. And then exhale, push into the thighs and bow in. And take a few more. Inhale, try to keep your feet strong. Exhale, bow. One more like that. Try not to push right on the kneecaps. Stay kind of right on the thighs. Come back to neutral, and it's a ribs right and left. So you're trying to isolate your rib cage, move your ribs over to one side. So I kind of push into my legs to help get the leverage to move the rib cage over. And then other side. So you're trying to keep your hips in line with the feet and just move the ribs. Do that a few times. Watch out with the knees like to wobble in and out. So you just try to stay really stable. And then we'll turn it into a rib circle. So it goes ribs down towards the earth, over to the side, round it up to the sky, over to the other side, and down. So you're kind of combining the cat and cow and the side to side and turning it into a giant circle. And your tailbone might start to circle too. Your head might start to circle, but just try to initiate the movement in the rib cage and the torso. And then go the other way when you're ready. And really try to hit all the edges of that circle. Notice if you kind of skip over one and just maybe slow down there. Good, and then from here, coming up to standing, hands on the hips, feet a little wide, big hip circles. So we're kind of just hitting all the joints here. Little standing warm up. Go the other way. And then the shoulders. So I like to do a shoulder roll, elbow, same arm, and then a full arm circle. Shoulder, elbow, full arm circle. And so trying to play with that range of motion in the shoulder. Keep the legs really strong, but I do like to move my torso with it. And then do a few the other way. I like to kind of do more like a swimming one. And then the other, shoulder, elbow, arms. Good. And feet a little wide. You're just going to let the arms kind of swing. So the arms are kind of floppy. Little bend in the knees. You can let the chest turn and turn it into a little bit of a twist. Stay strong in your low back. Keep the belly pulling in, that'll help. So if you think of your twist, you want it to be in more in the upper back, middle and upper back. Good. And we're going to do the neck. So stand tall, roll the shoulders on the back, and just looking up and down, very slow. So keep the heart lifting as you drop the chin towards the chest. Inhale, start to lift the chin. Your head does not have to drop all the way back. You can think of Just kind of drawing a line on the front wall there. And then when your chin is dropped towards the chest, keep the heart lifting and start to do a little half circle. So roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. Eventually chin back towards the chest and over to the left. So just go at your own pace and feel free to pause. Like if there's an in-between spot, like that diagonal spot, for me is kind of a good place to pause. If you are someone who likes to do a full neck circle, you can do that here. I really just enjoy the half circle. But if you're doing the full neck circle, again, you don't have to drop your head all the way back, but think more about drawing a circle with your chin on the front wall. You do not have to drop your head so your chin goes towards the sky. And if you do that, go both ways. And then one more standing here. So you're just gonna shake your hands and arms and try to get like really floppy in your skin and your muscles, and you start to go up really high, so up and down, just play with it. And try to get faster and faster. And then add the leg, shake it. And do the other leg, shake fast. Really try to let the muscles be floppy and jiggly. Your fascia really likes that. And then back to just the arms. And then keep them up high for another breath. Fast and shake. And then let them relax. And just pause and feel. Feel your feet connecting with the earth and feel the kind of energy moving through the body, the vibration and tingling.